and urban areas. While seeking efficiency in terms of energy production, the management of water resources, it is also one of our responsibilities to stabilize and nourish social capital and social networks. Among our roles are those of resolving, coordinating, but also communicating. And these respond to the nature of the resources we deal with and their respective requirements. Lesson number 2. What shall we do after receiving the degree MIP? One of the people who contributed to our cultivation here in Stuttgart once told us that the MIP is a stepping stone to something that we want to achieve beyond just getting the degree and the so-called technical academic experience that comes with it. The program we are all part of as participants has enriched us through our diversity. Diversity in cultural, professional, and experiential backgrounds. The program in its entire organization has also contributed to sustaining this network that we are still weaving and trying to expand. Our network defines itself in multiple layers. It has bypassed geographical limits, generated intercultural links, supported us academically and professionally. And due to the nature of our stay and interaction here in Stuttgart, it has also established a social network that does not disintegrate upon the departure of its individuals. Graduates from the program, or at least the batch that I come from, have moved on from their so-called basic professions, be they, for example, architecture, civil engineering, urban design, to practice infrastructure planning. These individuals are now key elements in governmental organizations, private consultancies, national and international agencies working in all the diverse fields that we were exposed to in our MIT program. Others have chosen to bridge over their acquired know-how and further their academic endeavors, researching, lecturing, and spreading knowledge. And they have become researching, lecturing, and spreading knowledge have become the defining framework for this category of infrastructure planners. Still others have decided to give their careers an important yet temporary break and rather nurture a new generation of MITs. Note that these infrastructure planners have mostly returned to their countries and few have spread their presence in other parts of the globe. Which brings me to the third and final lesson. Often we reflect and say, what we have seen and experienced in Germany works because it is a developed country. But the problems we face in our countries are different. So how applicable is what we have learned? Well, 3 quotations express what I have to say on this matter. The first is by Oscar Wilde, where if we look at climate change and the challenges we as human beings face, then, quote, we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. This is what Germany taught us to aim and thus achieve. Our German experience has taught us that we are equipped to find solutions there where they seem to be completely absent. So as Jim Hightower said, do something. If it doesn't work, do something else. We do not give up, we explore. We learn, we adapt, create, and always seek to find solutions. With this knowledge and experience come practice and our ability to accept the complexity and cruelty of the challenges that we are facing. For us, as graduates of the MIP program, Ngugi wa Thiong'os, excuse me if I'm not pronouncing the name right, said that despair is the one sin that cannot be forgiven. Our curiosity to learn and enthusiasm to contribute to public welfare keep our mental engines going at all times. We keep going, knowing that where we started is different from what we metamorphosed into after the MIP and will definitely change what we are capable of influencing in the future. I'm inviting you all to communicate with the alumni, to learn from their experiences and dig into the MIP mine of knowledge that knows no end. And thank you.
Now I would like to give the opportunity to the graduates of this year. This is Mrs. Elisa Friedung and Mr. Kingsley Atto Enningfu, who will give a presentation on behalf of this year's graduates.
To the MIP course coordinator, Professor Marcus Friedrich. To the MIP course director, Mrs. Elke Schneider. To the guest speaker, Dr. Christine Nadi, members of the local organizing committee and scientific committee, fellow students and MIP colleagues, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon, we would like to say,
Wanyin,
bienvenidos,
herzlich willkommen,
namaste.
salam alaikum.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks, everyone, for being here today with us. To our classmates, we say congratulations. We made it. It is an honor for us to become the class speakers of the MIP 2014 generation and try to recap what all this 2 years journey has become in our life. So hopefully, we can fit all these good memories in the following minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we each remember vividly how not so long ago we received our admission letters and we dreamt of studying in Germany. It was definitely an exciting time, if you would remember. And we did make it here, flying from all over the world, from the east, west, north, and south. And this afternoon, maybe we can help you to refresh your minds.
The remarkable adventure began with 2 words: German course. 5 hours per day, feeling completely lost in translation, begging God that the master will be way so much easier than learning to speak this wonderful and precise language. This was the beginning of our Germanization process. There, we learned, besides many other useful sentences, which help us to survive in Stuttgart, that ich habe eine Frau is completely different than ich habe eine Frage.
Then came October, where we started the real master studies. Statistics gave us a very warm welcome. And we proved that with some little help from our senior colleagues and our team study sessions, that we can indeed achieve anything, even when the time for exams wasn't normally distributed.
In terms of economics, we learned that the market, subject to supply and demand, didn't allow students to purchase Elton John concert tickets. What was the opportunity cost? The price elasticity of demand. Oh, sorry guys, I think I missed my point.
Then with time, everyone found their path and got closer to their area of specialization. But then once again, together, we had a wonderful trip to Berlin, from which we had so many good memories and lots of silly pictures.
The case study arrived and where we could see how all the subjects were matching perfectly, and everything we had learned before finally made sense. We got to the thesis, finding our individual ways to prove that we are ready to go out there and conquer the world. And today, we're here to celebrate that we bear it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we are to describe the MIP program, you'll probably wonder, is it only a 2-year program for a bunch of innocent souls with different cultural and professional backgrounds interested in infrastructure? Or is it just a master program offered by the University of Stuttgart? Is it just the whole set of knowledge we accumulate over a period of time? Or is it the fact that we prove ourselves in our abilities to solve never-ending exam questions in 60 minutes? We do believe that none of the aforementioned can completely answer what MIP is.
MIP is us. MIP is all those students who travel all the way to Germany to find themselves lost in translation and prove everyone wrong, because not even the ever-taught German language kept us away from pursuing our dreams. MIP is our families, who supported us from the distance and never stopped cheering us till we made it happen. MIP is all the people involved who had welcomed us and made us feel home, away from home. MIP was a perfect place to foster our minds and bodies in this critical learning phase.
So after all this recap, do you still remember why you applied for the MIP program? Why it was so important for you to be in Germany? Maybe there's not a single answer, but perhaps we came to Germany to discover that besides the cold weather in October, we could find warm-hearted people who are seated here today, who opened their homes to us on the occasion of Christmas to spend time with us. It is said that the language of friendship is not just about words, but about meanings.
Perhaps because we knew our incredible professors and teachers always had an answer to our never-ending questions,
No matter what the question was.
which helped us to grow professionally, but also in a personal way. Perhaps because we found out that even when the sun is hiding in Germany, our colleagues always bring us to the bright side. Perhaps because it was meant that we met each other. That is perhaps what all MIP is about. And we hope that this ceremony does not mean a goodbye for us, but auf Wiedersehen. We hope to see you again, dear colleagues. This is just the beginning of a new adventure for all of us.
So to everyone who touched our lives, we say thank you very much. To Professor Friedrich, our course director,